Good afternoon, everyone. My study is to study ocular manifestation in herpes zoster ophthalmicus. There is no financial disclosure. Herpes zoster is commonly encountered disorder in primary care. Infection with varicella zoster virus, a neurodermotropic virus, causes a varicella, a disease that manifests as a disseminated vascular body rash. After that, virus remained latent in sensory ganglia for decades. The virus reacted in dorsal root ganglia and retrograde migration in the sensory axon of the skin to form painful vascular eruption. Herpes zoster ophthalmicus occurs when reactivation of the latent virus in the trigeminal ganglia involves the ophthalmic division of the nerve, and it is unilateral in nature. The virus damages the eye and the surrounding structure by secondary perineural and intraneural inflammation of the sensory nerve. Decreased cellular immunity, advancing age, immunosuppressive medication, and primary infection with herpes zoster virus in infancy have found to increase risk of herpes zoster ophthalmicus. Herpes zoster ophthalmicus account for 10 to 20% of herpes zoster cases. The ocular manifestation of herpes zoster ophthalmicus include blepharitis, conjunctivitis, episcleritis, scleritis, epithelial keratitis, stromal and endothelial keratitis, sometimes orbital cellulitis, acute and post-herpectic neuralgia, uveitis, glaucoma, and optic neuritis. Herpes zoster ophthalmicus associated uveitis is usually associated with high intraocular pressure. Classical involvement of the tip of the nose, that is Hutchinson sign, has been found thought to be clinical predictor of ocular involvement. Although patients with positive Hutchinson sign have the twice incidence of ocular involvement. Reactivation causes necrosis and inflammation in the sensory ganglia, causing corneal anesthesia that result in neurotropic keratopathy. Post-herpetic neuralgia is the most important and troublesome complication. My aim is to determine the spectrum of ocular manifestation in patients with zoster ophthalmicus. This is a prospective hospital-based study including all patients with herpes zoster who are present to the Department of Ophthalmology in our tertiary care center, Jharkhand. Inclusion criteria: all patients with herpes zoster ophthalmicus during study of 8 months were included. Examination include external inspection, visual acuity, Wilbur field, extraocular involvement, PPA responses, fundoscopy, intraocular pressure, anterior chamber, slit lamp examination, corneal examination. These are my results, in which sex distribution of the study group shows male well 17, female well 13. These are the pictures which I have found in my study group. These are the age distribution of the study group, in which 41 to 50 years old have most common findings. These are my laterality, in which left is more common than right but is not statistically significant. These are the predisposing factor in my study group. HIV patients, number of patients were 7, diabetic mellitus 8, age group greater than 60 years of 4. These are the pie charts showing ocular involvement in my study group. My conclusion is that 30 patients, of which 17 male and 13 female were examined, of which 64 patients were above the age of 40 years. 78% of patients had some form of ocular involvement, in which pain was the commonest ocular complaint. In HIV, in young patients, HIV was the most common risk factor. Visual study was found were good in majority of the patients. Lid adnexa, 45% of most common ocular involvement, followed by conjunctivitis, corneal complication, uveitis, and post-herpetic neuralgia, secondary glaucoma in is 5-8%. My discussion of the topic is the age is the most common predisposing factor. A peak incidence seen in younger age group. The two phase in life in which infection is most likely under the 14 years and above 40 years. The rare occurrence in infant and children is due to generally accepted fact that the varicella zoster in children causes varicella and gives some immunity. Incidence slightly more in male than female. The most common predisposing condition in diabetes mellitus, which was seen in 26% of the phases. In this case, conjunctivitis was seen in 41%, corneal involvement 36, uvea 19%, secondary glaucoma, and post-herpetic neuralgia. These are my in our study. The positive Hutchinson sign correlates significantly with the ocular manifestation of conjunctivitis, keratitis, and uveitis. Hence, the presence of Hutchinson sign is a good indicator of occurrence of the ocular complication. These are my references. Thank you.
What is the duration of your study?
Ma'am, 8 months from November to June.
8 months.
8 months study.
Okay. So what else you have given the treatment?
Ma'am, oral, in some patients we have got oral aspirin, but patient with post-herpetic neuralgia we have got cold compression or ointment, analgesics.
Hutchinson's triad is there, eye involvement for
Yes, ma'am.
ocular What you advised? Ocular symptoms, so what you advised?
हाँ मैम वर्सिन जिन मत acyclovir ointment.
Only ointment.
No ma'am, soft drop, lubricating eye drop we have given.
So there is no any iritis, iridocyclitis for your cases. Do you see any eye involvement like congestion, iritis, iridocyclitis?
We have seen conjunctivitis in the patient, eyelid blepharitis.
So cornea is not involved.
Ma'am, punctate epithelial keratitis I have seen it.
Okay.